Hey, what's up? I'm gonna be real quick. I just want to fill you guys in with this conversation that I'm having on bitterness on the podcast. It's an amazing conversation, and I want to give you like a little snippet and just kind of cue you in on what we're talking about. So I want to teach you a couple things real quick. Bitterness is not the same as unforgiveness. That's the mistake that we often make. But bitterness is actually the damage that's left behind. It's the soul trauma. It's the baggage. Unforgiveness is not the same thing. You can forgive someone and still have baggage. The word forgiveness, original Hebrew language, actually means to send away, to release, to bid to depart when you release. And so you can release someone and they can leave their baggage. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we're talking about, the difference between the bitterness and the unforgiveness. The other thing is bitterness or your baggage or your soul trauma is triggered by unmet need or a perceived unmet need. That's anytime you're disappointed or someone doesn't fill in whatever they're expected to do for you. That's unmet need. And so that's oftentimes triggered or it triggers your baggage. So when we respond to that, we're often responding from a place of bitterness. We're responding from our trauma. We're responding from the damage or from our baggage. So we're not responding from a pure place. That's a problem. I want to give you an example, and this is the example that I feel like should get you interested in listening and joining this conversation. We have a property in suburban Nashville, beautiful lakeside situation, nice place. We've been renting it out for about 2 years now. For the last 6 months, the tenant has stopped paying rent. That is an unmet need because I'm over here going broke, paying 2 mortgages at the same time. And so that's a struggle, and it's really wiping me out. And so we had to evict the tenants. So we had to send them away. We had to release them. We had to forgive them. And so we're driving around the house before we walk in, and everything looks great. Everything looks cool on the outside, on the exterior, on the Instagram page. But when we walk into the house, it was a crime scene. It was horrible. These people were hoarders. They left everything. I'm talking stuff everywhere, stuff. Worse than that, they had 2 pit bulls that they kept in the house and they didn't walk them. So I'm talking poop all over my carpets, holes all over the walls, smoke in the carpet, in the paint, chain smoker. So all I could smell is cigarette smoke all over the place. It was in the worst condition. But check it, if it had not been for the triggering, I would not have known about this trauma in my house. The key is that we want to put this house back on the market. Well, before we can do that, we have to handle all of this damage that was done. So we have to make this heavy investment when I'm already losing a bunch of money. We have to make an investment to get a new carpet, paint job, deep cleaning, had to hire some special smoke company to come in and get rid of the smell. I'm spending thousands of dollars just to prepare the house to put it back on the market. So the point that I want to make is most times we can be in a toxic relationship. We can have children with this person. We can decide to end things, and we can even separate amicably, or whatever you want to say, amicably. We can depart on good terms. We can co-parent. We can have a crazy good relationship afterward, but we'll still neglect to inspect the inside of the house, and we'll neglect to inspect the damage done and to get therapy, deliverance, whatever it is you need to do to take care of that soul trauma before you put yourself back on the market. But oftentimes, as long as that person is cool and you're cool and you guys aren't going to interfere with each other's relationships, you think that's enough and you just put yourself back on the market. So now the person that you're dealing with now, they're definitely going to have some type of unmet need, and they're going to trigger your baggage. And so you're going to deal with them from your soul trauma. Your bitterness is going to come into your next relationship with you. We got to do better. And so we're talking about that. We even start talking about how bitterness affects the physical body, how it affects the mental health. So it's a 3-part series. We've just done part 1 and 2. So get in on it, man. It's a good conversation.